It was worse than anyone thought. Hurricane Opal, at least 18 dead, widespread destruction, power still out in many areas. On Health Watch tonight, the birth defect dangers of vitamin A in the early stages of pregnancy. NBC News in depth. What cutbacks in Medicaid mean. Not just the poor will be affected. And our American close-up, a hero for all the right reasons. He stopped a runaway school bus.
From NBC News, this is NBC Nightly News with Tom Brokaw.
Good evening. Pope John Paul II this evening is continuing to captivate the faithful and the merely curious alike as he moves through the New York City area, celebrating Mass and preaching homilies in football stadiums, racetracks, and tonight at St. Joseph's Seminary in the northern suburbs of New York City. Today he had an especially strong message for American men who father children and then abandon them. We'll have more on the Pope's Day in New York and the desperate need for more priests in the Catholic Church later here on NBC Nightly News. Meanwhile, the people of the Gulf Coast could use a little divine intervention and a great deal of help from the federal government and private relief agencies as they go about the massive job of putting their lives and property back together following Hurricane Opal. NBC's Robert Hager tonight still totaling up the damage.
It's the third costliest hurricane in U.S. history. The relief pouring in now. Convoys of linemen to restore power to nearly 500,000. 4,500 guardsmen to help clean up. The most damaged areas are still sealed off, but will be open for 8 hours tomorrow for property owners only. Thousands lined up today to get the special permits which will be required. A few went ahead today, like this couple risking arrest by persuading a boatman to sneak them for a glimpse of their Barrier Island home. Ashore, they raced to check their property before authorities could stop them. Some donned scuba gear to salvage what they could from sunken boats. Meantime, officials are engaged in an agonizing review of things which went wrong when the storm came on. In a day when hurricane forecasting has improved vastly, this storm showed Mother Nature can still pull surprises. And from that, there are lessons to be learned. This was a storm which turned and suddenly picked up speed, coming ashore 200 miles west of where it was originally headed and 12 hours sooner than had been expected. Evacuation was chaotic. People were advised to head north, creating big traffic jams, while the broader coastal highway with escape routes east and west remained traffic-free all day. There weren't enough evacuation centers to handle the 12,500 who had no place else to go. But for now, there's work to be done, and heartaches for people like Eddie Johnson, who could see across the bay the home he and his wife planned to move into had been blown away. Johnson just retired from the military. His wife, Linda.
We've spent 20 years dreaming about building on the beach, and we saved, and it's sort of like in one swoop, all your dreams are gone.
Dreams gone, homes gone, and authorities saying it'll take $2 billion to recover. Robert Hager, NBC News, Pensacola.
And a major medical story to report tonight of special interest to the 6.5 million women who get pregnant in this country every year. This one involves vitamin A and birth defects. With his Health Watch report, here's NBC's Robert Bazell.
The study found that vitamin A supplements taken by pregnant women can be dangerous for the unborn child in surprisingly small doses.
Women who take vitamin A supplements at this level could be putting their child at risk of serious birth defects.
Vitamin A is measured by a term called international units. A healthy diet can easily supply...
The radiation from the ship crash caused major radiation and people turning to unknown creator that called the red eyes. The red eyes can run very fast and they can turn people with bites. People in the NYC, please join the state troopers that will rescue as before. Other message will called. If you cannot escape, please stay at home.
NBC.
NBC Premiere Week starts in just 1 week.
All new must-see TV.
Tuesday, Wings.
News Radio.
Frasier. All new must-see TV. Thursday, Friends.
Seinfeld.
ER.
And now a third night.
All new must-see TV.
Sunday, Mad About You.
Hope and Gloria.
NBC Premiere Week.
The best dramas on television.
NBC.
NBC.
NBC Premiere Week starts in just 1 week.
Tonight on NBC 10, starting at 8 at Seinfeld, then News Radio, Frasier, Wings, and Dateline NBC, followed by News 10 at 11 and The Tonight Show.
NBC Premiere Week starts in just 4 days.
I love these names.
It's NBC Premiere Tuesday. On the season premiere of Wings, it's Joe and Helen's honeymoon adventure. And Brian and Casey's hot affair gets out of control.
We burned their house down.
Then the season premiere of News Radio, someone's embarrassing secret is revealed.
Excellent.
And the season premiere of Frasier gets a new boss who creates radio's newest shock jock.
I'm not wearing any pants.
Then from the producers of Frasier, the premiere of The Pursuit of Happiness. NBC Premiere Tuesday, next week.
You're watching Philadelphia's NBC 10. Pass it on.
You're watching Philadelphia's NBC 10. Pass it on.
You're washing vermicelli in a